I never went to college, but nor did I ever really plan to go. There's a lot of pressure on what you're going to do next, so in today's video, I wanted to show you guys take without going the traditional method. So before we get into it, let's go out. Alright guys, I wanted to start this video off with a story, and that is, this time from when I was in high school, I had this teacher, and her name was Miss Foresta, and Miss Foresta was a great teacher nonetheless, but I was just a horrible student. I was the type to not pay attention to class and just not study ever, so one day she gave out this test, and of course me, not studying ever, didn't know a single answer on the test, so I did what I knew I could do best, and that is create art. So I decided I was gonna draw all over this test. So I went all out. I drew a pirate ship, I drew a jellyfish, I drew octopus, I drew so many different sea creatures, and by the end of it, I was proud of it. I thought it was super dope. So I turned it in, went on with my day, and a couple days later, I see my test on the projector screen, and not only did she show my class, but she showed every single class period she had that day, and for me, it was awesome. She showed all of my artwork to everyone, and I got exposure. But for her, she felt highly disrespected. She didn't appreciate that gesture at all, so I'm sorry, Miss Foresta, but that just goes to show I was a terrible student. Maybe you guys shouldn't listen to me, but I don't know. Alright guys, another reason that I didn't go to college is because I didn't know what I wanted to do, and it's hard to expect an 18-year-old kid fresh out of high school to know exactly what they want to do for the rest of their life and be prepared to spend tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars on tuition. And it's just like, what if you don't follow through? Will you still be expected to pay all those debts off? And the answer is yes. You have to ask yourself questions like, what are you doing this for? Who are you trying to prove this to? Is it really worth it? Do you really need a college degree to pursue your passion? And it really had me thinking. You don't have to be a Harvard student to enjoy life. There are so many other things that you can do with your time. You could travel, see the world, you could get a job and just save some money. You can start a family, you can start a business. You don't need a college degree. What you need is just to be happy. And that's just what I started to think more of when making this decision. So, yeah. Of course, you might have some doubts. You might ask yourself questions like, but what will my parents think? My friends? I want them to be proud of me. I don't want to disappoint them. And I think the more important question you should ask yourself is, what do you think? I'm sure your family and your friends are already proud of you. From here, you just have to decide what makes you happy. And this could be anything at all. It could be skateboarding, it could be making videos, it could be anything in the world, but it doesn't mean that you have to go out and try to get a whole degree around that subject. It just means that you have to start doing it a whole lot more. Get involved. Surround yourself with people who enjoy doing it just as much as you do. And that will put you in the right place to do what makes you happy. You see, life isn't black and white like most people think it is. It's like a tree, rooted with many different paths, so don't try to follow someone else's path. Try to create your own and be yourself, and I promise you guys will be successful. Alright guys, and the last reason that I never went to college is because it's set up to make you fail, having to pay tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars in student loan debts already puts you at a big disadvantage, and it's going to be really hard to find a job that's going to be able to pay all that back and some, buy you a house, buy you a car, and live comfortably. So it's a really hard decision, and I really want you guys to think things through. You don't have to commit to anything right away. That's what they want you to think. They want you to commit to these things so that you're stuck paying these student loans, all these debts, and you have to work your life away like a slave. But there's so many things that you can do with your time. You can get a job and save some money. You can start a business. You can learn how to code. You can learn how to create videos, and literally anything at all. It just depends on what your imagination is and how far you want to take things. So I just want you guys to know that college is only one option out of so many things, and you can follow your heart. You can do anything that really makes you happy. Follow your dreams because it's possible, and if you live in America, you're privileged and you have opportunity, so try your best to take advantage of it. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the journey. Make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. So till next time, peace out.